When you pray, do not use vain repetitions like the heathens do. For your Father knoweth you have need of these things before you ask him. Now, this is just sort of a simple, small version of a quote from the Bible, from the Lord's Prayer, in fact. But what it's all about is very, very useful in our own lives. So why shouldn't we be repetitive with our prayers? Well, first of all, if you're repetitive with your prayers, it's like subconsciously affirming that you don't have what you're praying for. You still feel like you need to ask God to grant you your prayer. But God already knows what you desire. It looks at your heart. The Spirit of life always senses what you say before you even speak. You know, words are a reflection of what you first thought and felt inside your consciousness. So energetically speaking, you could say it was already known by the universe what you desire to manifest, what your prayer is all about. Therefore, vain repetitions are like confirming to yourself you don't have what you desire to have, what you're praying for. It's like refusing yourself to embrace and receive the good you desire to get. If you pray, you want to essentially understand that it's all about lining up with the very thing you want to see happen in your world. You're going to have to, first of all, become totally convinced and full of belief that you can make something happen, that something is on its way, that something is already yours. And as you feel that within you, you can start asking yourself a simple little question. What can I do in order to progress towards the realization of this prayer that I have? Because it's all about praying and moving our feet. In other words, it's about taking action as well. We don't just want to sit still and pray to God to hopefully grant us our wishes and desires. We also want to understand, physically speaking, it's about action to a certain extent. This action doesn't mean we have to work so hard that we become stressed out and completely suffer along the way. That's ridiculous. It's about understanding that yes, there's work to be involved, but we can make it all inspired work. We can make it in such a way that the work becomes inspired by God itself. We look within our consciousness, we feel our way to the actions we need to take in order to grant ourselves the prayer that we want to realize. Ultimately, you are one with God. You are the one that's going to grant yourself the prayer, the thing that you want. This is absolutely incredible once it dawns upon us. So again, use not vain repetitions, because it's like admitting that you don't have something. You already have everything you need, and it's inside of you, spiritually speaking. The moment you can think something, the moment you can imagine something, the moment you feel something, to you it exists. We cannot deny this. It exists. It might not be a physical thing that you can grab and lay hold of. Still, it exists on an invisible level of consciousness. And it's this invisible level to which prayers are answered if we but listen, if we are calm enough to hear and feel what we should do in order to progress on this road towards realizing a prayer. Because God is going to work with and through us. He cannot do it all for us. God won't do anything for you unless you are a good conduit for Him to do the work through. Yes, God might bring you people and things that will help you along your journey, but as long as you keep praying in vain repetitions, as long as you're not in harmony with your own dreams, spiritually speaking, you cannot even properly realize a prayer to begin with. So it's also up to us to line up with the very thing we desire to manifest. I think that's really what is at the basis of prayer work. I figured I'd put that out there real quick, and very soon we're going to get into more depth concerning prayer and other wonderful teachings of the mind.